Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. A chilly morning here again at the Ozarks. It's back to that kind of weather, you know. It's all crazy this time of the year. You never know what kind of weather you're going to get. Hot, cold, wet, dry, snow. Just pick what you want and you'll eventually get it during this time. A lot of things happening yesterday in the news. You know, it's yesterday morning. In the video I talked about how the previous day, Monday, seemed to be kind of a slower news day, but yesterday was not that at all. A lot of things going on. Wanted to cover a few of them just to kind of keep you on top of what's going on in the world. It was a large earthquake in Taiwan. 7.7 they're now saying. They've upgraded it. They first came out and said it was a 7.4 and then they've upgraded to 7.7. Multiple aftershocks. There's all kinds of video out there of it happening, buildings collapsing, just shaking around and stuff. But there's also some suspicion as whether or not this is a natural occurrence. Now, earthquakes do happen frequently in Taiwan, so that's the case. But some are wondering, with all the stuff going on with China, was this some kind of direct energy weapon or something of that sort that could have made this happen? Moments after the earthquake happened, Chinese planes and warships started nearing Taiwanese airspace and circling the area. So it makes you wonder, was this planned, or did they take advantage of the moment to use it as a drill to test Taiwan's response militarily, defensively, immediately after an earthquake? Who knows? But there's a lot of damage there, and I'm sure we'll hear more in the coming days of what's going on there with that earthquake. Also, this one some of you might find interesting because it may affect some of you directly. The military is calling up its old retired vets. You know, if you've been out for 15 years, it's possible that you could be called up. This has been talked about for a while now, where they have been offering bonus programs for elderly vets, you know, that have gotten out that could still qualify to get back in. And now they are recalling some of them. This is usually a pretty good indicator that they're getting ready for war. What other reason would you be calling up retirees that's been out for many years? There's been several people posting online that have been out numerous years that are being told that they're being called back up, pulled back in. So if you are one of the ones that's possible, I would certainly be paying attention to that, because it's quite possible you could be drawn into that. Talked about this a few days back. They had detected a H1N1 bird flu in raw milk in Texas. And I said then, get ready. They're going to try to do some stuff. Of course, it's been talked about since then that how dangerous raw milk is, and that's not what this video is about. But I know that a lot of you drink raw milk. We have drank raw milk. I've drank raw milk more of my life than I haven't. And there's no side effect. I don't want to get into it, but they're trying to take that away, but it's moving even further now. Yesterday, almost 2 million chickens in Texas were killed because of bird flu suspicion. And the last I heard, there are 7 large cattle herds now in Texas that at least some of them have tested positive for H5N1 bird flu. There was also a person. It's transferred to a person. A person has contracted it. Last I heard, their conditions were okay, but they got it from one of the cattle herds. So, number one, better be paying attention to the meat industry, beef and poultry, because I would say that there's going to be a lot of culling. Remember a year or two ago when tens of millions of chickens were culled because of the bird flu? Well, now it's moved into cattle, and you know how much they want to end the beef industry. They want to stop you from eating meat, so they're probably going to start culling a lot of cows. I have for years told you folks that you need to become meat independent, that it's not as difficult as you think to raise your own meat. I mean, you don't have to have a beef herd. I know a lot of us like beef, but that's harder to raise just because of the land. You need more land. But chickens, you can raise a lot of chickens on a small space. Goats, sheep, small breed sheep, small breed goats. They don't take as much land, and you can raise a lot of them. Rabbits, if you eat rabbit, there's a lot of ways to, various types of birds that you can raise in small space. And it's going to get that way where we have to do it, or we have to know someone, or have some connection with some local person that's raising it, because I'd say they're going to start going after the beef. We're going to watch beef prices go up even more. They're already at record high prices. So it's just going to get worse. I know that's such doom and gloom, but it's true. The president or the White House has called up a pandemic advisory council or something with all these pandemic experts because of what's going on in Texas with the H5N1 bird flu. So it would be a perfect timing for an outbreak of that just before the election, wouldn't it? I mean, maybe not, but it would be a perfect time for that. In other news, gold is still in record territory, broke $2,300. That's one of those marks that a lot of people talking about. There's talk and suspicion online that $2,500 an ounce maybe, and I emphasize on the maybe, the dollar number, the number that is the breaking point of the system. I don't know. Now remember, gold is not becoming more valuable when you see the price of gold go up. It's because your dollar is becoming less valuable. The value of gold never changes. It's the value of the dollar in comparison to it. So every time you see gold go up, that means your currency in your wallet or your bank account is worth less. Silver has also made a breakout. It's been up in the high $26 an ounce, and it's possible that the control that the system has over silver and trying to keep it down, that could be an indicator that they're losing control, that it's broke above 25. So that's something. Oil is up. Everything, all the market indicators right now are showing that dollar doesn't look too good. So we've got wars, rumors of wars. We've got your currency being devalued and debased. We've got pandemics, diseases, and such spread around. There's control over our food system, and more control, and through probably killing off who knows how many tens of thousands or millions of cattle over the next coming months if this thing continues to spread. And then just the fact that our country is being overrun and invaded by illegals. A lot of negative things in this video this morning. I know, I'm sure I'm going to get some doom and gloom comments on this one, but what are you supposed to do? Ignore this stuff, stick your head in the sand? I mean, it is happening as best as we can tell. And so we should know about it, and we should react to it appropriately for ourselves. Not emotionally react, but react in an appropriate way that betters ourselves or creates a better situation for ourselves. And the best thing is just to start getting even more ready. All these things that you see happen should be signs to you, signals to you, little red flashing lights for you to motivate yourself even more, to prepare even more. You need to be building relationship with people around you, building a community, a mag, a tribe, a crew, a team, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be very, very critical in the coming weeks, months, and years. You need to be doing that, building a strong community around you. If you live in a rural area, start with the existing community there, especially if you live in an area like I do where people are already very conservative, pro-gun. They don't like all this garbage anyways that's going on. So start there. Go down to the hardware store, to the convenience store, wherever, in the feed store. Start talking to people. You never know what might happen. This is not a time to be playing around, folks. Things are getting quite serious. And it just seems like all the time we're on the verge of something else happening. And at some point, one of those somethings is probably going to break loose and things are going to start really getting bad. I think it's just mathematical odds at this point with so many things happening. We need to be getting ready. You need to be getting your houses in order, preparing yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.